Hi, I'm Erin. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be looking at some lighter cases. We're specifically going to be looking at our rainbow butterfly lighter cases today. They're going to look something similar to this. Now, please forgive me for how this clay behaves with me. I do really struggle with using this effect stuff from Fimo. I've not worked with it much, so I think it's just a bit of practice, but we'll get there. First things first, you can see me writing down the name of each clay on a piece of paper, and this is because they look so similar, I'll just get them mixed up. This clay took me absolutely so long to condition, and I think the issue is it's just because it's old. So I got a lot of my clays off someone from Vinted who's selling them in a bulk batch, and it was kind of when I first started with clay. And I've realised, slowly but surely, this clay is very old, so it takes a lot of conditioning to get used to. You will see me at some point starting to add some clay softener, which really helped me and made things better, made the clay workable. I'm going to shut up and let you watch me condition this clay. Managed to get the clay conditioned and ready to go. Now it's on to the rest of them. We're moving on to Botanical Seaweed, which is this one. And I really like this one. It's nice and bright with small little flecks in, which I think creates a really lovely texture actually. So this is the base of the lighter because I've not finished yet. Oh, and here is me finally giving in and using some clay softener. We've moved on to Botanical Sunflower, which, like all of them, I actually really like this one. I just like the colours behind it. We shortly then move on to Botanical Rose Hip. That's what I've written down. I don't actually have the package with me. I don't know where it's gone. But and then we move on to Botanical Rose. Once I've got all my clay conditioned and ready to go, I then move on to actually wrapping it around the lighter. So I start with a thin layer of tinfoil, just your household tinfoil, around the lighter, and then I use option 2 on my Atlas 150 pasta roller for the thickness. Wrap it around, cut it all down, smush it together until it forms some resemblance of a lighter case. I then use 100% pure acetone on a little cotton pad to rub over it and get everything smooth. This also, with the effect clays, actually makes the little bits in the clay stand out more. So I think the acetone is basically dissolving the top layer of clay. So those little bits inside come more to the top, if that makes sense. It's a new day, I've just got out of the shower and the bases have been baked and are now solid. I baked them at 130 degrees for about 15 minutes because they will go in for longer later. Now it's time to start working on the butterflies. This is like the second cane I have ever made, so they're not the best, but I might do some videos on them in the future. Now I bake the little butterflies on a slightly bent bit of tin foil like this to give the wings just a slight bit of a curve. I again bake these at 130 degrees for about 15 minutes because they also will be going in for a bit longer. Once they've baked, they've come off the tin foil quite easy, and as you can kind of see, they've got a slight curve to them, ready to go onto the lighter. To stick my butterflies to my light cases, I use a little bit of translucent liquid Sculpey. You can use Bake and Bond, but I haven't used that yet, but liquid Sculpey has worked just fine for me. So I just get a little bit on my tile and I use my needle tool to grab a little bit just to go on the back of the butterfly. I just stick this on, hold it for a couple of seconds, and it holds well enough until I bake it. I had picked up white by accident, so this is the Sculpey I'm using instead. So I've got all my butterflies stuck to my lighter cases. Now it's time to sand them down and resin them. I'm not going to show too much on me resining them because it takes quite a while, so if you'd like to know more then let me know. So I've finally got all of the lighter cases all resined, they're all finished, ready to go, and they'll be on my website soon. I hope you enjoy this montage.